All right, so we have a couple things to talk about now that I'm home. Um, so for the past 4 days, I have been, well, it was supposed to be Austin, Texas, but I was in Allen, Texas, for the Texas Workforce Commission Foster Youth Conference, and that is basically where speakers and caseworkers from organizations and nonprofits all around the state uh, talk about their experiences, whether they've been in foster care or worked with kids in foster care, and how we can improve it, and also help people after they age out as well, because it doesn't end once they turn 18. Okay, so my panel was on the last day, and I was not just representing the transition program, but I was representing the Satanic Temple and the Pink Spade program. The Satanic Temple has a program specifically for teens and young adults who are trying to figure out their path in life as far as religion goes. And the Pink Spade is an LGBTQ organization in East Texas that provides resources for those who are struggling with their sexuality and gender identity in a state that does not appreciate them. So, yeah, Bishojo is done. Rick Bozo smoking on that pack. We'll get to Bishojo in a minute, I promise. So I got to tell my story, and I'm not going to go into detail, but for those who don't know, to put it vaguely, when I was younger, I was in one of the biggest Walter White rings in East Texas. I was a victim of it, a survivor of it. Um, if you know what Walter White does, you get it, you know. Um, and I was essentially EDP bait. Let's put it that way. Uh, I'm not going to go into further detail, but I got to talk about my time in foster care and trying to handle everything. There were some very great speakers on finding niches for these kids when they're looking for employment, and sometimes the system doesn't even allow them to get jobs. There was a lot of art therapy to kind of, share your experiences. There was a lot of speakers who talked about how casework has changed over the years, and how better communication is needed between the clients and the caseworkers themselves. One of the things that was brought up is that sometimes these kids are very hyper vigilant, which means that they don't let their guard down at all. And so there can be other ways to try and get them to open up to you and build that connection of trust. Because sometimes you are the only person in this kid's life that can be trustworthy. Keep in mind that Texas has one of the worst child trafficking cases in history, and Texas also has uh, the worst adoption rates in the country. So this is really essential for it. How was the speech thingy you did? We are going over it now. Thank you for the lurk, Indigo, and the Daily Frenzy. Um, but I kind of spoke on how all these organizations that were uh, participating in this conference, I didn't have. There was no knowledge of them at all. So it was really refreshing to see that we had CASA, we had uh, Texas Workforce, we had DFPS, or CPS, if you want to call it that. We had SIL, which is like independent living for foster kids that have aged out. We had so many. We had PAL, which gives the tuition waivers, that help us go to college for free. Things of that nature that we wouldn't have had if it weren't for the discussion of needing to change the foster care system, you know. Um, and it was really, really insightful, and it was really helpful as well. Thank you for the lurk, Vim. It helped me understand some things as somebody who's been through foster care, and it helped me explain some things to people that want to better change the foster care system for the future. especially with how bigoted Texas is and how hard it is for the state government to acknowledge these things, you know. Um, it's just a lot, man. It was so nerve wracking. I won't lie. When I got up there, I didn't think I was going to do very well with my speech, but the host of the panel has been doing this for years. He aged out of foster care and he was very, very patient. So it turned out really well. Um, and I really think that if you live in East Texas and you want to learn more about these things, please go look through the Texas Workforce Commission and see all that they offer for kids and young adults who are either in foster care or have aged out. And it's really, really helpful.